Hello ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GKToday Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description as well as in the pinned comment, or you can directly search it by the name of GKToday YouTube. Now, let's start. Which Indian state is set to debut Arogya Mitra at primary health centers to inform people about government health related schemes? So this is an initiative of Uttar Pradesh government, and as per this initiative, Arogya Mitra will be debuted at all the PHC, that is primary health centers in the state, to inform people about the various health related initiatives of state government as well as of central government. Apart from that, Uttar Pradesh government also announced Kausal Satrang program, and the objective of this initiative is to generate employment and self-employment opportunities for youth. Now, Uttar Pradesh was also in news as it was the host of this year's Defense Expo. Uttar Pradesh was also in news because of the gold discovery news, and the Sonbhadra district is in Uttar Pradesh, and it is the only district in our country which shares border boundary with 4 states of India. Apart from that, Uttar Pradesh is the first state in India to launch unified driving license, and recently Madhya Pradesh became the second state in India to issue unified driving license. And Madhya Pradesh was also in news as recently India's first e-waste clinic was set up in Madhya Pradesh in Bhopal. Rajya Sabha passed the Mineral Laws Amendment Bill 2020, which proposes to commercialize the mining of which mineral. So recently, Rajya Sabha passed this bill which seek to amend the MMD&R Act of 1957. Now this MMD&R stands for Mines and Minerals Development and Regulation Act. This bill seeks to allow the companies which do not possess any prior coal mining experience to participate in coal auctions. That means even if a company do not have prior experience in coal mining, even such companies can be allocated coal blocks. Therefore, this particular bill seeks to remove the specified and use restrictions. Now, what is the meaning of this and use restriction criteria? It means previously the coal block was allocated for a specific purpose. That means a company was allocated coal block only if it is going to use that coal for a specific purpose, for example, for electricity generation. Now, those kind of limitations have been removed. So, right answer is coal. Which Indian institution is to infuse rupee 7250 crore into Yes Bank as per the reconstruction plan of RBI? So, SBI, that is State Bank of India, is going to purchase 725 crore shares in Yes Bank at a price of rupee 10 per share. So, as per the plan, the SBI shall buy 49% stakes in Yes Bank. Now, if we talk about SBI, ICICI and SDFC banks are domestic systematically important banks. That means these banks are very crucial for Indian economy, and these banks are too big to fail. Apart from that, SBI was also in news because of RBBG, that is Residential Builder Finance with Buyer Guarantee Scheme. So as per this scheme of SBI, it will issue a guarantee of completion of selected residential projects to its home loan customers. The US Congress approved a resolution to restrain President Donald Trump from attacking which country? Right answer is Iran. So recently US Congress approved to restrain Mr. Donald Trump from attacking Iran. So as per this resolution, no military action shall be taken against Iran without an explicit vote from Congress. Congress means Parliament of USA. It should be noted that in January 2020, Trump ordered a drone strike which killed military general Qasem Soleimani. Now, if we talk about USA, it was also in news because of peace deal with Taliban. Qatar is going to be the host of FIFA World Cup in 2022. USA was also in news as recently Mr. Donald Trump declared coronavirus outbreak as national emergency. INS Shardul carried essential food and relief materials to be handed over to which flood-hit country? So, right answer is Madagascar. Now, it should be noted that in January, Indian Navy conducted Operation Vanilla, and the objective of this operation was to provide humanitarian assistance to Madagascar after the devastation caused by Cyclone Dian, and that assistance was provided through Indian Navy ship Airavat, and now it is provided through Shardul. The World Athletics Council imposed 10 million USD fine on Athletics Federation for doping scandals. Right answer is Russia. So recently, the fine was imposed on Russian Athletics Federation for breaching the doping rules. Now, if we talk about WADA, that is World Anti-Doping Agency, and this agency imposed a 4-year ban on Russia for violation of doping rules. Now, Russia was also in news as recently Mr. Mikhail Mishustin was appointed as the new Prime Minister of Russia. Russia was also in news because of the proposed changes in constitution. And as per this proposed changes in constitution, President Putin can stay in power till 2036. What is the name of indigenous glucometer which was developed with the assistance from ICMR, that is Indian Council of Medical Research? So the name of this glucometer is Suchek, and it is indigenous glucometer, financial assistance from ICMR. Apart from that, recently an app called M-Diabetes was launched for generating awareness about NCD, that means non-communicable disease. Crime Multi-Agency Center, which was in news recently, is associated with which organization? So it is associated with NCRB, that is National Crime Records Bureau. And this CREMAC was launched by the Union Minister of State for Home, Mr. Nityanand Rai, and it is sharing information on habitual criminals. It should be noted that apart from this, the NCTC, that is National Cybercrime Training Center, was also launched. Now, if we talk about NCRB, it is under Ministry of Home Affairs. Present Home Minister is Mr. Amit Shah, and recently he was in news as he presided over a agreement of Ministry of Home Affairs with state governments of Tripura and state government of Mizoram, along with the representatives of Bru community. Now, as per this agreement, the people of Bru community will settle in Tripura. Actually, due to violence, these people of Bru community were forced to leave Mizoram and they were residing in the camps in Tripura. And now, as per this agreement, they will be allowed to settle in Tripura. And for this, the central government is going to provide assistance. Which is the first Indian airline to partner with a special economic zone for setting up warehousing facility? So, it is SpiceJet. So, recently SpiceJet announced its partnership with GMR Hyderabad Aviation Sales Limited, that is GHASL, for setting up a warehouse facility. So, SpiceJet is the first Indian airline to partner with the SEZ for setting up a warehouse facility. According to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, who is the richest billionaire in Asia? So, Mr. Jack Ma is the richest billionaire in Asia as per this Bloomberg Billionaires Index. Mr. Jack Ma is the founder of Alibaba Group. It should be noted that Mr. Jack Ma replaced Mr. Mukesh Ambani. Mr. Mukesh Ambani lost his position of richest in Asia because of the recent decline in the oil price. So the current net worth of Mr. Jack Ma is 44.5 billion, while the current net worth of Mr. Mukesh Ambani is $41.8 billion. Indian mountaineer Bhavna Deharia has successfully scaled Mount Kosciuszko. Now the question is, it is the highest mountain peak of which country? So right answer is Australia. So this mountain, Kosciuszko, is the highest mountain peak of Australia, and it was in news recently as Bhavna Deharia from Madhya Pradesh scaled it successfully. Now, if we talk about Australia, recently Australia was in news as Miss Kiran Mazumdar Show of India was given the Order of Australia, and it is the highest civilian award of Australia, and Miss Kiran Mazumdar Show became the 4th Indian to receive this award. Australia was also in news as recently it won the Women's T20 World Cup. It is a cricket tournament and Australia won it by defeating India. Now, if we talk about cricket, recently Bangladesh won the Under 19 World Cup and Bangladesh won it by defeating India. And this tournament held in South Africa. And the president of South Africa is Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, and recently he became the chair of African Union. Which Indian state approved the Khatwa panel's recommendation to slash the fare prices of auto rickshaws by 15% for a selected hours of a day? Right answer is Maharashtra. So recently Maharashtra government approved the recommendation of panel to slash the fare prices of auto rickshaws by 15% between 12 pm to 4 pm. Now Maharashtra was also in news as recently Union Cabinet approved setting up of 13th major port of our country at Wadhwa in Maharashtra. Maharashtra was also in news as recently government decided to provide 5 days a week to the government employees. Now what is the meaning of this 5 days a week initiative? It means government employees will have to work 5 days in a week and they will get 2 days as holiday. Apart from that, Maharashtra was also in news because of Shiv Bhojan scheme. In addition to that, India's first electric bus service, that means intercity electric bus service, was started in Maharashtra. Answer in comment box, in which state of India the first LNG bus service was started recently? Which Bollywood celebrity has been appointed as the first ever brand ambassador of IDFC First Bank? Right answer is Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. So recently IDFC First Bank appointed Mr. Bachchan as the brand ambassador. The headquarters of IDFC First Bank is in Mumbai. Now answer in comment box, recently which state appointed Govinda as brand ambassador to promote tourism? Uttaran scheme, which was in news recently, is implemented by which state of India? So it was implemented by Assam government, and the objective of this scheme is to provide funding to the building of stadiums. Now Assam was also in news as recently it was the host of Khelo India Youth Games. Now answer in comment box, which state was on the top of medal tally as per the recent Khelo India Youth Games. Also answer, which state was the host of first ever Khelo India University Games. Shantu Mukhopadhyay, who passed away recently, was associated to which field? So he was associated to cinema, and he was known for his roles in Bengali films. He passed away recently in Kolkata. Which golfer is said to be inducted into World Golf Hall of Fame as part of class of 2021? Right answer is Mr. Tiger Woods. So the American legendary golfer Tiger Woods will be inducted into World Golf Hall of Fame as part of class of 2021. And Mr. Tiger Woods was among the 10 finalists named as the candidates for 2021. ICDS, Common Application Software, which was in news recently, is associated with which scheme? So it is associated to Poshan Abhiyan. Now if we talk about Poshan, it stands for Prime Minister's overarching scheme for holistic nutrition. Now if we talk about Poshan Abhiyan, it is related to holistic nutrition and it aims to improve the nutritional outcomes for children, pregnant women and lactating mothers. And recently it was in news as Women and Child Development Ministry announced that Anganwadi workers are provided with smartphone for this ICDS Common Application Software so that the scheme can be implemented effectively. Now if we talk about Women and Child Development Ministry, the present minister is Ms. Smriti Irani. Her constituency is in Amethi. It is in Uttar Pradesh. Recently, Shivaji News as she launched Yasaswini scheme. Answer in comment box in which state of India this Yasaswini scheme was launched. So these were the important questions of today's quiz. Thank you, and that's all for the day.